Hello and welcome back to the trash. And today we're going over the teams revealed, the 12 teams that have been revealed. I'm a little bit late on this, I know. For LEGO Masters Season 2. Now that the first episode's out, I feel like I can talk more about these teams than if they were just a bunch of, names and faces that I didn't know at all. Even though that's exactly what I did with Tough as Nails Season 2. I even ranked them before the season started. But with LEGO Masters Season 2, I just decided to wait till the first episode was out. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be going over all these teams, and I'm going to be talking about my impressions based on how well they did in the first episode, and what I expected them coming into the season, and what I expect from them going farther into the season after this. So let's get started with Dave and Richard. Now, I loved their Chicago New York food stand build. That was really cool. They're friends, age 43, 39. And I'll be honest with you. I think this is probably a team like Sam and Jessica from last season that they just stuck them together. But I think they probably work better than Sam and Jessica. Sam and Jessica, I just don't think they've got along well at all. But Dave and Richard, they seem like two chill dudes that are chill together. How well do I think they'll do? I think they could probably Richard and Flynn it, like Richard and Flynn from last season, obviously. And maybe fifth place, maybe sixth place. I definitely don't expect them to win, but I expect them to like get around the middle of the pack, kind of like how they were this episode. Caleb and Jacob, they're twins from La Crosse, Wisconsin, and I think they're kind of boring. I just don't think they bring much to the show, and I just know that they're going to be focusing a lot of screen time on them because they have the twin story thing going on. And I just don't think they have much to give. I think they're boring because they're giving them a lot of screen time, that they probably go far. I just hope they don't win because I don't know, the whole nerdy twin trope is not one of my favorite tropes in reality TV. I'm sorry, it's just the case, but I'll be rooting against them probably. So be prepared for that. Next up, we have Brian and Lauren, siblings. I also found these guys pretty boring. Their build was the Princess Tower, the Rapunzel Tower thing, and I thought that was decent enough for what they were trying to do. But I just can't see them making it far. I really can't. I don't really have much else to say on them. Susan and Jen. I really like Susan and Jen in the first episode. They're friends from Utah, and they got sort of the older woman reality TV trope that we usually see. And I really liked their swan build. It wasn't the best, obviously. They were in the bottom two, but I thought for what they were trying to do it was somewhat cool. So yeah, I like Susan and Jen. It's just a shame that they'll probably be early boots. Next up, we have Zach and Tim. Um, they're one of two teams from my home state of Michigan. They're the only father and son team, and I believe, counting season one, they're also still the only father and son team. So that's going to be interesting. We've never seen a father and son team on Lego Masters. Oh, wait a minute, I completely forgot about Manny and Nestor. Never mind, Manny and Nestor, father and son team last season. Zach and Tim, father and son team this season. Could that be sort of like similar trajectory for what they're going for? I think they're probably a more interesting version of the twins that we saw earlier, and I don't know. I think they could go far, but I just don't know if they'll win. I don't really see them winning. Next, we have Jack and Dawn. I loved this team. They're from Ohio and Michigan, so that's something. They're siblings, and I really like the whole biker thing they got going on. I really like the sort of noble cause they're doing this for, which is their niece. And yeah, I really like them. I really hope they go far into the season. I really hope they sort of learn from their previous build and improve. And I just really want them to win. They're also the oldest team on the cast, so maybe I just have a thing for the older teams with Susan and Jen, now Jack and Dawn. Next, we have Natalie and Michelle. We didn't get much from them in the first episode, except that they are friends. Really, I just think that since we don't get much content on them, and since they just kind of come off as we don't really know much about them, they'll probably be sort of middle of the pack, maybe seventh place, maybe sixth place. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting from them. Sarita and Randall, I like these two. I like their hip hop build, the whole Queens, New York sort of vibe that they give off, and Chicago vibe. That really goes a long way with how rootable they are. Do I see them as finalists or winners? Probably not. I could see them making it pretty deep, like maybe getting cut right before the finals, like Aaron and Christian of last season. Next up, we have Paris and Moto, and I like these two just because of how dysfunctional they were. These two really just brought the sort of dysfunctional sort of, and these are supposed to be engineers too. Like their whole robot build the head was falling off. I don't know. They're sort of the comic relief this season, and just because of that, I hope they last as long as they can. But I do not see them getting anywhere near the final three. I'd say I'd cap them off at seventh place probably. Mark and Steven, they really seem like the Aaron and Christian this season, but I actually do see them getting to the finals and possibly winning. I don't know. I like them. They were pretty okay on this episode. I mean, their Viking build was pretty incredible. I will say that. Maria and Philip of the other Michigan team, married couple, and I hope they go far, but I don't know about that because they were in the bottom two this season. But I feel like if one of Maria and Philip and Susan and Jen are gonna learn from their mistakes in the bottom two, it's gonna be Maria and Philip. They could pull a Sam and Jessica and go all the way to the final three. Whereas Susan and Jen, I feel like they could just pull a Manny and Nestor and just be out in a few rounds time. But you know, Maria and Philip, they sort of give off that hopeful, vibrant sort of energy that you would expect to see in someone who makes the finals. So the more I think about it, the more I think they'll probably make the finals. Zach and Wayne, these guys have a finalist edit in the first episode. We'll kind of have to see how that evolves in later episodes, mainly because they won the Golden Brick. They're guaranteed to make it to at least the top 11 if they just completely blow it in this next round. But I don't think they will because their dragon build is really cool. And I just think that they have what it takes. I think they're the front runners right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it on my thoughts on this cast. Let me know what you think about this cast of LEGO Masters Season 2. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.